Oh, hello there. I was just about to read the other children a story. Why don't you join in? This is the ballad of Jesse and his lover, Drew, also known as Why Did Ask For, Volume 1. Jesse walked over to the camera and started filming. He hacked all of the main frames and broadcasted it to all of the world. He then stuck his massive dick into Drew's ear and made his head explode. Upon seeing this, everyone in the world came at once. The children jumped for joy as Jesse took his bloody dick and put it into where Drew's throat should have been. After coming buckets, he dropped his pants and shit all over his chest and started eating it, using Drew's skull as a bowl. The end. Join us next time as we read Why Did Ask For, Volume 2. Bye!
Alright, do an intro.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Why Did Ask For, the oddest podcast you'll ever come to love.
Yay!
I'm glad Pat had to tell you to do the intro.
This podcast is not being recorded at our normal date and time because there was a family emergency on my end, and so this podcast is going to be a little bit shorter than normal, but...
Because Dan broke his kid.
Basically, Dan fucked up everybody.
Not really. It was my
Wasn't
daughter,
it?
but
Wait,
we'll get
wasn't
into
it
that.
your
I'll explain
fault?
it. No, it was my daughter. I'll explain it.
Oh.
So...
No, wait. Weren't you holding her at the time?
No.
Oh, okay.
God damn
I
it.
read
Shut up.
those
We'll get to
wrong.
it.
Let him tell the story. Let him tell the story.
I haven't even got... For fuck's sakes.
Man,
So
I love being
today-
on the podcast.
Talk about Dan's
Yeah.
kids, and this is what happens.
Along
Pull
with
up this one
me,
in the gap.
we have Pat
Hello, all.
and Fuzz
Hello.
and Keller
Hello, it's been a while.
and Schwa.
I was invited.
Yeah, you were. Well, you were rescued more than invited, but
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Eh.
We can talk about that.
I would like to remind you, though, we also have Drew in silent anticipation in the background.
that's
Yeah,
true.
Drew, are you gonna participate, or are you just gonna ping?
No, he's
just
just
likes
going
to-
to ping and annoy us. And
No,
He
you
likes to
can't
watch.
tell the people that Drew is in here. That ruins the illusion.
he said he was going to have to go to
They're
his
gonna
car if he
hear
was going to
chat
talk.
beeps anyway.
God damn it.
That's
So
true.
Dan- Tell
God
us.
damn it, Drew.
Okay,
Tell us the story.
so Sunday morning, I wake up. Wife lets me sleep in. I get up at 10, grab coffee, do my thing.
Coffee.
Sitting in the washroom, which is right beside my bed, my bedroom, and my kids were playing in there. And I hear my daughter yell at my son, and she says, "Stop that, you little bastard!" To which I yelled, "Hey, don't talk like that." And then I heard a thud. And I thought, great, she pushed him. Probably into the
Pushed him.
wall or something, you know,
Oh, no.
whatever. But I'm still unable to move because, washroom. But then I hear my daughter running to get my wife saying, he's bleeding. I thought, huh. Okay, so he fell off the bed and he's bleeding a little bit. And my wife comes running up the stairs, and she's a little bit of a dramatic, let's say. Immediately starts screaming, oh my God, Dad, oh my God, it's so terrible, and whips the door open to the bathroom, to which I'm still sitting in. And I was like, what the fuck? And I looked and I said, oh shit, that looks bad, but he'll be fine, calm down. Sure enough, I look at him and he's got a cut on his forehead that was probably, it looks to be the same size as his eye. So that's, I don't know, maybe 1.5 inches wide, which
Is it a
doesn't
lightning mark?
seem that big, but it was pretty big. And it was fairly deep too, and he's just bleeding all over the place. So we rush off, get to the hospital. I drop them off the front door, go and park, and I meet them inside. And usually in Canada, anyway, the waiting in the hospital is fucking atrocious because healthcare is free, but they make us wait for it.
God's consequences.
But he got bumped like right up to the front of the line, so we get back into the triage. They put a little Band-Aid on him and stuff, and then we're sitting in the room waiting for the doctor to come in to assess him and figure out what's going on. And he was okay, like he wasn't crying anymore. He was kind of back to his normal self, but he grabbed the bandage that was on his face and ripped it off. And I was like, oh shit. So I go and tell the nurse, I'm like, hey, he just ripped the bandage off. Can you get somebody in here to like put one back on while we're waiting for the doctor? And they're like, yeah. And basically like turned their backs to me. As if like, yeah, we'll get to it in a minute or something. I was like, oh, that was kind of cunty. And then the doctor was happened to be walking by while my son was walking out of the room. And she like freaked out. She's like, what's going on here? Has his chart been pulled? Blah, 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 blah. So anyway, we get in, and she looks at it, she's like, yeah, we're going to have to give him stitches because there's no way we're going to glue that back together. I'm like, oh, great. He's not even 2 yet. And I got to hold him while they give him stitches. Together? Yeah, like if they're...
With super glue?
Yeah, basically.
Elmer's?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what Elmer's, but...
like, just like fucking, like, crafts glue. Like, people do that?
Mm-hmm.
That seems like dangerous because there's a lot of toxic shit in glue.
We've learned in first aid training before, if the cut's like just like a little paper cut or something and it's annoying, you just put crazy glue on it. Yeah,
well,
it's not like at the hospital.
There's medical glue though. Like medical glue exists. Like,
yes. Yeah, and if the cuts are small enough, they'll just glue them back together and like do like butterfly stitches, which are.
But like it's more like using glue to like. For medical purposes that you would use to fucking glue construction paper squares and shit. Like,
yeah.
That doesn't seem like the greatest idea.
No.
When you have a better alternative, like, right there.
Yeah. So she says, yeah, we're going to do stitches, but here's what we're going to do. She gives me this little folded over piece of 2-inch gauze. She says, this has freezing on it, but you have to hold it on the cut. And then she gives it to me and just walks away. And I was like, for how long? My wife goes and asks, and she's like, about 20 minutes. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? They want me to hold this 2-inch gauze pressed to his head, which is the only time where he actually freaks out is when you're touching it, for 20 minutes. So we tried it, and I barely got through, I think, 3 minutes before the doctor came back. I was like, okay, we're just going to go ahead and freeze him with the needle and then stitch him, and then you can go. I'm like, okay, good plan. So like, how's this going to work? She's like, well, we're going to wrap him in a bed sheet so that he can't move, and then you're going to hold him down. Like, okay. so he can't move his arms to like
defend himself.
Yeah, because they're going to be
some hardcore shit.
It was rough. Like for a 2-year, well, not quite 2-year-old, like it was fucking rough because he doesn't understand what's going on. And the second you try and contain a kid's arms, like all he wants to do is get free, right? So they take like a pillowcase and stick his arms sort of at his sides, a little bit behind his back, wrap that, and then grab a sheet and wrap him in it like a burrito. And then there's one nurse holding his head. And then like, okay, now you hold his shoulders. I'm like, all right, I got this. He's only a little guy. Fucking kid is strong. He managed to get his feet free and was like lifting his ass up, I guess. Like he would dig his heels in and like lift up. And he was shaking enough that the doctor was like, no, you really got to hold him down. And I'm like, I had to lay across him to hold down his shoulders, his hips, everything. And the whole time the doctor's up there, she's sticking a needle into the wound several times to get the freezing.
Uh-huh.
And then she goes in with the fucking needle. And six stitches later.
This all went well.
Yeah, 6 stitches later, he's all stitched up, and they put a bandage on it, and he was real pissed off for the next few hours, but ultimately, he's fine. He bounced right back to his normal self. After he had the bandage on, he was fine. He didn't even try and rip it off or anything until today. So he did okay, but it was like the whole experience of having to hold my 2-year-old down while somebody sticks him with a needle. I think I counted 20 times. That she had, because she had to go around the inside of it. Which the first stuff that she gave me, if I would have been able to hold it on, he wouldn't have went through any of that. But he could definitely feel the needle because it wasn't numb at all.
Okay, so the freezing's supposed to make it numb, right?
The first thing that they gave me, the gauze with the bit of, I guess it was like a topical cream or something, but it was supposed to be like a numbing cream, I guess. So I was supposed to hold that for 20 minutes to numb his head, and then when they go in to put the needle in, he wouldn't feel the needle, but he wasn't cooperating with the first thing.
Because
So
it's
they
a
just-
needle.
No, the needle came after.
Oh, okay.
The first
Damn.
thing, like with the gauze that I had to hold on his head, had a numbing cream on it, but he doesn't like having his head held still. So it was just,
Yeah, I could see that.
yeah. So when they had to actually stick the needle in to freeze it, like, it was bad. I held it together pretty well. My wife had to leave with my daughter because, like, the doctor's like, you probably don't want to be in the room for this because you're going to have to hold him down. She's like, nope, I'll be back. She peaced out.
Dan, your daughter. That happened once in like AI, and they had to take the kid and dump it in the woods somewhere.
Wow.
Okay.
Let's not
Yeah.
take it that far.
Your daughter's a
Just so you
stone
know.
cold killer.
Hey, no wonder people hated that.
It was sabotage. Maybe she was trying to kill.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah,
It was a
maybe
good
she was
movie.
trying to fuck up your kid. She was
It
was
like,
a
"No,
good
I'm
movie.
the only-
What's
I'm
what's
the
that movie
supreme."
with Macaulay
Maybe she
Culkin and
planned The Good
Frodo?
Son?
Yeah, that's it.
And
They planned this for
Frodo.
months.
Just
Yeah,
like
just-
leave her
guys,
in the
she
woods
just
for
wanted to
like
be
a
the
week,
Supreme.
and she won't do it anymore.
Exactly. She had a knife and everything. She was just like planning it out with her crayons and just like drawing what she was gonna do.
Yeah, maybe.
And then she saw
Underneath it, it just
Right.
writes, "There can be only one."
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
what we do: we give the 2-year-old something sharp, and we send her to like her forehead, and then
No.
whatever happens, right?
Oh,
No. He scares me
Well-
when he gets a hold of sharp things.
I'm very sorry to hear your little guy had to go through that, Dan. That sounds like
Yeah,
That sounds
I
very
mean,
scary.
the good
I'm
thing
sorry
is,
that Dan sent us pictures, honestly.
yeah. See, that's how I knew Dan was okay. He's like, "Hey, check this out."
That was
Is
the
he,
worst.
is he a wizard now though? With that mark? Can he
It's-
just
Does it only
it's
tingle
in the
whenever
right spot.
Voldemort's
Actually,
nearby?
my mom said the same thing. She laughed about it and she was like, "Oh, he's just working on his Halloween costume. He can be Harry Potter now."
Excellent point.
She's like,
That's
"It's over the
true.
proper eye and everything." I was like,
It don't-
"Yeah, I guess."
Do you
But
think your son is a Gryffindor or a Hufflepuff? What point are you at?
But he's a
I-
Ravenclaw.
I don't
the hell is a
understand. I don't
Hufflepuff?
understand.
I mean, what
my
the
God.
hell is a Hufflepuff?
I know.
It's
Shit
from-
about Harry Potter?
Are you
It's from-
serious
it's from-
right now?
It's from the Harry Potter musical. It's
I know
Red Line.
who
Oh.
Harry Potter
Oh.
is.
Gryffindors are brave, Slytherins are mean, Ravenclaws are smart,
Damn
and
right we are.
Hufflepuffs are.
And then
Oh,
there's
they're special.
Hufflepuff.
Oh, I wouldn't say he's smart.
Well, he's a Hufflepuff.
He's
No,
not.
I wouldn't
if
say
he's-
that.
no,
If he's not
smart,
necessarily smart, he's a Ravenclaw.
And your daughter's
He-
a Slytherin. does it feel?
when he was teething like about a year ago, he was teething like a lot. Like he got like 5 teeth in like 3 weeks or something, which is very
Ouch.
fast for a kid. But as Pat will find out, or if he doesn't already know, when kids teeth, they chew a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to some people online, and they were like, "Oh yeah, well, you know, an old wives' tale is like when they tease like that, they're actually going to grow up to be really smart." And I read that comment and literally looked to my left, where I saw my son chewing on the table.
Oh,
That's pretty smart.
And
kid
I
one
went,
day.
No, I don't think he's going to be a smart
Maybe
one.
he'll be a beaver.
I mean, did he have like a
He could be a
teething
beaver.
toy?
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
I found like almost no teething rings or anything like that actually ever work. The best thing for us
heard-
was you get a washcloth, get it a little bit wet, throw it in the freezer.
Yeah, that's what my grandma did.
That's the best thing for him.
She also used frozen baby carrots.
Yeah, we use that with my son. He wasn't a big fan of once it started to melt, though.
my grandpa used whiskey, which
on
explains a
on
lot.
himself or on your parents?
Probably
Both.
both.
Aren't,
A little
aren't
bit
you
of
from
both.
Texas, Pat?
Yeah.
That explains it.
There you go.
Yeah, that's how you can tell a South family apart.
Yeah,
Well-
so that was my little adventure, and that's why the podcast isn't what it was supposed to be.
I want to argue that point, Keller, but then I remembered my little brother had a toothache and my dad gave him a beer.
Oh,
It's a
Here,
How is
Sam,
that arguing
remedy.
that point?
Like
That's
I wanted
only-
to,
that's
I wanted to argue
supporting it.
against it.
So what would happen if you had like a little
What?
cut? Here, son, have a whole bottle of whiskey. And have a cigar.
See, you got a
Listen,
paper
it's
cut
called
there.
Southern Cold.
Here's a
son,
Mickey.
You look like you're in pain. Here, have this bottle of Bacardi 181.
He has a toothache. He didn't come home from a bad day.
And have a lap
Maybe he
dance,
had
too.
both. Maybe one led to the other.
Well, I was just on the bed until my sister called me a little bastard, and then, well, I just went downhill from there.
Well,
Yeah.
then I just fucking rolled off the bed in shame.
I told her to. She was asking about the stitches and stuff. It's like, yeah, they're gonna have to cut them out on Friday and all that shit. And she's like, and then what? And I'm like, well, now he's gonna have a scar on his forehead. And she's like, a scar? I'm like, yeah. There's gonna be a little line there forever to constantly remind you that you almost killed your brother.
Did you smile after?
Dad.
No, she just like she was all happy to learn about scars, and then I said that, and her face just dropped, and she was just like, "Oh,
Yeah,
Dan,
you're a good dad.
Aw.
I want to see your daughter fucking take on Ronda Rousey in like a cage match and see how long she lasts. She would beat the shit out of her. I bet.
I think, yeah.
Maybe.
She'd play dirty. Dan's
No,
daughter
she
would
just
play
call
dirty.
her a
She'd
She'd
bastard.
bring a knife out.
yeah."
Stab
You
her.
just
She
call
totally
her a
would.
bastard, and Rusi would just roll over on the ground and cry. I'm in the severe minority, but I fucking hate Ronda Rousey. I cannot stand her. She's such an asshole.
I only know
Or-
the name because of the 34-second fight.
I think she's an asshole to the right people.
I would not agree because I saw a fight of her probably about 6 or 7 months ago where she and Misha Tate were having some kind of shit fit, but it was totally Ronda's fault. Like they explained the whole thing, and it was completely fucking Ronda's fault. Ronda
Fucking
called her
Ronda.
family shitty or whatever, and then Misha Tate responded how you would expect anyone to respond to that, and then called her family shitty, and Ronda acted like it was the fucking end of the world. Then she just went apeshit on her in the arena. Honestly, just barely beat her. Like.
Huh.
Kind of amazing that she got a knockout at all. And then she just proceeds to like shit on her for the next 2 minutes. Like, you're just a douchebag. Like, I want to respect you. Dick. Like, yeah, Misha Tate's a dick too, but like, it's how you responded to her being like a typical dick. Like, it's UFC. Like, you have to be a dick to some extent. Like,
Yeah.
how it works. But like, Misha Tate was just fucking playing the game. Ronda was just a straight up dick. Like, aside from UFC, just pure 100%. And I was like, I will never like you. I don't care what you do. Like, there's absolutely nothing you can do. And I know that no one else is gonna remember this bullshit, but like,
I never
I'm
even
still
heard
gonna
of
hate
that.
you. Yeah, it was like just before she got famous. Like, that fight is what led to her getting in the Expendables. And that led to everything else.
I heard
Damn.
rumors that she wants to be Captain
Captain Marvel?
Marvel. Yes.
I hope not, because I want to see that movie, and I'm not gonna see it if she's fucking in it. Like,
Well,
yeah.
Well, I'm glad to. Oh, good.
what? Oh, never mind. I wasn't gonna say anything.
I was going to say that I'm just really glad that it wasn't anything more serious than that. When Dan told me that his kid had to be rushed over to the emergency room, I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, I saw that picture on Facebook. That was the first I heard of it, and I was like, oh fuck. And then I read on it. I was like, oh, he's all right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I made sure not to post anything until we were ready. But at the same time, like they have a blocker, like a signal blocker in the hospital. So when you get into like the back area, you can't get reception on your phone.
Hospitals do that now?
Ours does, the one that we go to. I don't know if
Oh,
it's
fuck
There
your
are
your
a few that do
hospital.
that. There are a
So,
few that do that.
but I think they've moved the blocker into the waiting room now, because usually I can still text when I'm in the first waiting room, and I couldn't get anything. Like I had to go outside to make sure that Pat got my messages to know that I wasn't
Do
going
they
to be
have
at
a
the
Wi-Fi
podcast.
network? Does the hospital have its own Wi-Fi network too?
No, well,
Oh,
not
what the
that's
fuck?
not that's
Why
public
block
anyway.
signal?
Not
Like,
that's public.
that's stupid. Like, why
Free
bother
healthcare, but not
blocking
free
signal?
Wi-Fi.
Like, all phones that are gonna use
Baby
that
steps,
signal
Pat. Baby
these
steps.
days, except for like those for fucking like 60-year-olds. Like, most of the phones that are out there today can call people over Wi-Fi. Like,
Yeah,
why would you not give them a public like option to
I
make up for the
honestly
fact that you're
have
kind of fucking them over?
no idea. I wish I knew, but I have not the
I get
slightest
why they
clue.
would block cell signal, but like, It's 2015. Like, god damn it, just make some
Maybe
shitty
there was
public
an issue
Wi-Fi
with
network.
doctors using Twitter or something. Just like, guys, having surgery right now.
Yeah.
He
And
just
then
like
takes a
drops it in your stomach.
And then the next tweet's, "Oh shit, I might have killed someone." Hashtag
Oh shit,
lol.
I fucked up, y'all.
Do you think
Hashtag
there'll ever be a
malpractice.
time
Hashtag
where
mistakes were
someone's?
made.
You think there'll ever be a time where someone's doing a surgery and then they have like a YouTube video going on next to them of how to do the surgery?
Oh, grumpy cat.
What?
Posted to Twitter with the hashtag malpractice.
Like Dr. Nick?
Exactly. Hey, it's Mr. McCraig with a leg for an arm and an arm for a leg.
Oh, God.
I think only you and I got that, Pat. It's okay.
These kids nowadays, Dan. What can you?
I
do?
know, right?
Go to
You guys
your
are
all
old.
of you.
Oh
Fucking
It's
yeah.
a Simpsons reference.
Sorry, we watch good shows.
Oh,
Look, that's from Simpsons when The Simpsons was still good.
Okay, yeah, but like that was a 5-year period. Like, but it's been on for 20, so arguably the bad outweighs the good at this point.
It's not my fault that
where
you
did we
guys
go
are
wrong
all
with these
young.
kids. Dan, where did we go wrong with these kids?
I don't know.
They grew up. I blame the internet, honestly.
You parented us. That's where you went wrong.
You
Jerry,
said-
how-
I take zero responsibility for any of these fucks.
Do you remember, Dan? Do you remember when Pat first had his kid, and I was like, if your son and his kid were like in a fight, who would win? And you were like, my kid would beat his like us.
Oh.
You remember that?
Yeah,
Do
and
you
do you
think-
know why?
Oh, what the heck?
Wait, I've got an app.
And
for this.
now I think I get that because your son fucking knows how to take a hit.
Your son
Do
knows
you
how to
know
take a
why
hit,
I
and your
said
dad
that?
Knows how to hit. Fucking great
When
tag
that
team.
question was asked to me, your son was still unable to move.
Oh,
Yeah.
good point.
Which is why I said, well, mine's walking, so he'd probably beat him up because
Yeah,
Pat's
well, I
kid
was trying
can't
to
defend
insert-
No,
itself.
no. Dan's exact words were, "Oh, my son would beat the shit out of his kid."
Yeah, because his kid can't walk yet.
He needs to develop motor skills in order to defend himself.
Yeah, I mean, it's really an unfair fight at this point.
I want to see Pat's
You
kid
know- you
fight
know what?
Dan's daughter.
No, you know what my kid would do? He would pay Ben's daughter to go fight for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what would happen. Like in the shadows, Dan's daughter comes out.
We meet again. I remember when I got this scar.
She's whispering like just maliciously to herself, "Come here, you little bastard."
True.
And then that's when the Thunderdome cage comes up.
Yeah, just
The bell
The,
rings.
the bastard thing threw me too because she doesn't swear. Like I swear a lot, and I tried to filter myself in the beginning, and then I was like, "This is really hard to do, so I'm just not going to do
I
it."
swear a lot.
And she's actually pretty good. Like she went through like a copycat phase where she'd repeat everything I said, but then I would swear and she would change the swear word. So it was more like a test. So I'm like, okay, well she clearly doesn't like cursing. And then I hear her call her brother a bastard. I'm like,
Maybe she doesn't know
already
bastard is a
fucking
swear.
rebellious.
and then
Yeah, bastard is a very questionable swear.
just the other day, might have been yesterday, she was playing Minecraft on the Xbox, and I set her up in creative just so she doesn't die and stuff. And my wife heard her say, "Oh, you stupid skeleton, you killed my fucking dog."
Oh!
And I went,
Oh, she's starting early.
"Uh-oh."
Fuck. Like father, like daughter.
She was doing so well up until this week.
That's fantastic. Dan,
Yeah.
when you take your daughter to the zoo, do you notice that sometimes she just talks to snakes?
No. No.
That's still on the Slytherin thing, huh?
The
Talking
only
is a
the only
strong
other time
word.
that I've heard her swear is when she was still learning how to talk. She walked up to the dog at one point and just looked her dead in the eye and goes, "For fuck's sakes, Molly!" Dog wasn't even doing anything. Dog was just laying there. At
Fucking
the time,
Dan's
I thought
daughter's
that's
great
funny
though,
because she's
confirmed.
just learning how to talk and she cursed. Haha, it's cute.
My God.
But for the most part, she doesn't. And then, yeah, just this week. So anyway.
So 10 years from now, you're gonna have a son who's gonna be biting the table and a daughter in prison.
Fuck, dude.
You better get another kid.
We
Just in
raise him
case.
right.
No, he's gonna have a son still learning to talk and a daughter in prison.
True. Yeah. Oh god.
No, it'd be the daughter just streaming all the people she's pushing off.
Now I'll
Random
know if he grows
things
up with a
and
stutter why.
And a daughter that's obsessed with lighting things on fire in her room.
It's a phase, Dad.
Yeah, she hasn't
Yeah,
gotten to that
right.
point yet.
Are you bringing your kids to RTX? 'Cause I'm a little bit afraid of your daughter.
I talked to my wife about it,
That
and
sounds like an awful idea.
It is.
she's up for the vacation, but she would not attend the event.
Good
I'm
call.
like you and the kids can pal around fucking Austin and shit. And she's like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I can't blame her. That
And
would
then I'm gonna
be
go to
too
the
much for a
convention
kid.
center. So good
yeah,
luck.
there's too much cursing at RTX, honestly.
And odd people.
It's only gonna
Yeah.
double if you take
There's
her.
too many bronies.
Yeah.
And people
Yeah.
in animal costumes.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I was
I'm
gonna say
afraid to
something
go
else,
there.
But
We
I
know.
don't know who listens to this podcast, so
Basement
I'm gonna
dwellers?
stop myself. Fuzz, you know exactly what I was gonna say.
Is it basement dwellers?
No, God, no.
Oh,
Oh,
come
it's
on now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
yeah,
Come on now.
All right then. Well, we'll just hold that back
Edit
for
that
now.
out.
yeah.
Yeah, see, you
Or not.
fuckers are making me
Sorry,
have to
Dan.
do more editing, you bastards.
You said you were gonna do it anyway.
Fucking let your daughter edit it. Fucking punishment.
Should like
Just
that.
gonna
shit.
Yeah, this is
hear
what you
screaming
get for hurting your
bastards
kid.
into a mic.
Well, didn't Bernie say that like one of the things, the chores he gives his kids is to go level his Borderlands character?
That'd be great.
It was,
I think
I think it was Destiny.
There you go. He
I
said
think it was
like
both, because he said he uses multiple games.
you can either do the dishes
That's
or you
like-
can go level my berserker to like level 40 or something.
That's. I would argue that's kind of shitty parenting.
It's I mean, yeah. I mean, she's already got like she loves to play games, video games. She likes to figure them out and stuff. So like that's not really a punishment.
Have you been like giving her games like Call of Duty or freaking?
Oh god no. She's
Evil
just on
Within?
Minecraft right now.
No, Shua, video games make you
Clearly,
violent.
Minecraft is doing some
Yeah.
shit for her already. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. She learned how to cut her brother's forehead open.
And curse out a fucking dog.
Maybe she was just role playing.
No, the
Like,
dog
"Oh,
was like
zombie."
the dog was like 4 years ago when she was just
Oh.
no,
No,
when
I
she
mean-
yelled at
Oh, I meant like. curse
yeah,
out
yeah,
the
yeah.
thing that killed her dog. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was talking about.
It was like a skeleton or something. I don't know. I wasn't in the room or I don't know how I would
To
have
her
reacted.
credit, I would say the exact same shit, so I cannot judge her on that.
Yeah, and the thing that freaks me out too is like she has, as Fuzz can attest to, she has her own taste in YouTube.
Already?
Fuzz
How
can
old
see.
is she?
She's 5.
Jesus.
So
Yeah.
Fuzz has seen some of the things she watches, but lately she's gotten into like Let's Play channels and stuff. So like, I don't know if anybody would know who she is, but there's a channel called Stacy Plays.
idea.
And
I know who
sometimes
Stacy Plays is, and do you want to know
Sometimes-
why I know who Stacy Plays
Why do
is?
you know why?
Not really.
because
no.
of Cupquake.
No, because every time I put something on the channel, or I want to check on the views, Dan's daughter has gone and watched like 30 fucking videos.
Because like I log into the Blubberhood Google Plus and then I just forget to sign out, and then she goes on YouTube and finds all this shit. But yeah, like she watches like Cupquake and stuff like that, which isn't too bad yet. But I'm just afraid of the day where she moves on to something a little bit harsher.
Oh my god, she already has. Let me tell you about this too.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
There's 2 videos that are in our history that concern me a little bit
Okay.
about your daughter. One, there's a video from like Frozen that's like a sing-along, but in the thumbnail, Elsa is covered in blood. I don't know what's
Oh.
going on with that.
Oh, well, that's easy. She's just
It
obsessed
could
with
be
Frozen,
ketchup.
so she just
Did
sees Elsa and
hit her head on a side table?
yeah,
Did
maybe
Elsa call Anna a little
Part of the
bastard?
plan.
it's all coming
That's where she
around.
got it from.
Yeah.
The second one.
Let it go, slap. Goodness, Elsa, please.
Just at the end of the
Take a nap.
song, so I fucking said, "Let it go."
Fucking Molly.
go!
Let it go,
Oh my
Molly.
god.
What's the other one?
Like Slayer
The other
remix of
one is
Let It Go.
fucking. In our watch later, you guys already know about this, Dan and Pat. Our watch later has exactly one video in it, and it is a video of TV static that's 10 hours long, and for some reason in 1080p.
What?
You must be seeing something. He must be seeing something.
That's yeah.
Maybe it's at a
That's- that
frequency
concerns
where
me
it's
as
just like,
well.
kill everyone. Kill everyone.
Now, in the past, I've looked up YouTube videos to get like sound effects for things, and static was one of them. But I don't recall ever liking a video of static.
They're putting it in the watch
No, it
later.
wasn't liked. It was added to the watch later.
Just like for the
Like,
sake-
Which
I
is
would like
even
to watch
weirder.
10 hours of static, but not right
Because-
now.
Hey,
You can definitely accidentally hit a like, but to go to watch later, you have to like enter into several different menus to get to that.
did you ever watch a movie called The Haunted or something where the girl's like looking in the TV and she's like, "They're here"?
No.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about, though.
I'm a little scared now, though.
go get a priest or something, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Drew's a certified priest. You might
No, he's
Father
not.
Drew, of
Drew's not a
Abs-
certified anything.
So if I pay for his bus ticket, he'll come up.
course.
He's relatively close to me.
See, he has these. He has this like huge mound of lobsters that he just rides on top of, and they carry him to different places he needs to go.
Well, it's like $50 for the ticket, and then $50 for him to join the priesthood. That's what it's going to cost you.
Ah.
Hmm.
Also,
I was about
want
to
you
make a
guys to
really bad joke, but I didn't.
go ahead and like add this to the link dump. I'm gonna show you the video.
Can I
Oh,
can I
no.
add my picture to the link up, even though we haven't talked about it?
No.
Oh,
All right,
it's
fine.
amazing. Look at it. Look at that shit.
I saw it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is
What?
an actual game. That is a thing that happened. Someone made a game about Charles Barkley, and that was one of the intro screens.
Right now
Awesome.
I'm looking at Bloody
Yeah.
Elsa.
Maybe-
That's
Maybe she wanted to become like
oh.
a warrior.
No, what
Elsa?
are you guys talking about? Do you guys not
Oh
see
my
it in the
God.
title? It's like right there. Carrie
crossover.
White, as in a
Who's-
reference to the movie Carrie.
Oh, so
Oh.
What the fuck, guys? Come
Wow.
on. This is
No, it's
elementary
because-
shit.
now we're
I've
trying
never
to...
seen Carrie before.
Hey, yeah, but you know what it is.
I didn't know her
Do
name
you?
was Carrie White. I just saw Carrie.
I didn't
and
either, but like that should be enough to explain why she's covered in blood.
Well,
Oh, Carrie. Okay. I don't
Right.
know why this video exists, because
I mean,
God
It's
knows.
just for
but-
Dan's daughter.
It
That's the only
Yeah.
purpose.
it
Just to
impresses
ruin
me
Dan's
some of the
daughter's
things
life.
that she finds.
I think someone's trying to make your daughter into an assassin.
Could be.
I think it's just YouTube.
this video is really intense.
Google's
Fucking
secret
YouTube's
plan.
looking for assassins.
There are a lot of jump cuts in this video.
That's why Google actually made the comments Google Plus.
Exactly.
You know what? No. Also, add the video to the link dump. This is really intense. You guys don't need to watch it now because we're like recording, but Jesus Christ.
I
Oh,
imagine Dan's
no.
daughter too, just
In what
dancing
way-
along
wait,
to it,
in
just
what way
like,
is it
"Oh, we killed
intense?"
them all."
It's not intense like scary, but it's intense like it escalated very quickly.
Wow.
Yeah.
What can you do? Hopefully it'll just buff out. She'll be fine.
I would think Disney would have somebody that just kind of sits around and waits for videos like this to show up and like slaps them down as
Flags
fast as
all
they
of
can.
them.
Oh, no. There's a ton of them. I went through a
Yeah.
phase where my friend and I would like find the worst of these and send them to each other because they're hilarious.
They'll only flag them if you monetize them, though. So.
Yeah.
Only if you make money off.
So that's terrible. Well, that is about all for me. 'Cause
Yeah, I
I'm
think
old
so.
and probably a good place to end it anyway.
Oh wait, I
Um,
forgot my update. It won't take that long.
These young whippersnappers and their post Simpsons.
You
lives.
have an update?
Yeah,
I do have an important
they're great
update.
lives, actually.
Go watch your Bob Burgers.
Okay,
First
important
of all, fuck
update.
you.
Go.
Our Neopet is dying, so
Good.
I had to take him gambling so that we could earn money to feed him.
Is he selling waters outside the Venetian?
Is he going to become homeless?
He might become homeless.
Is that
Hashtag capitalism.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's pretty bad.
yeah, it is.
That's okay. I'd rather see that thing
They
homeless
are,
anyway.
yeah, that's secretly a satire of American capitalism.
All
Beast.
right. So I don't know where we're going to cut it in. If it was at the beginning I hope you enjoyed Bud reading Chapter 1 of Why Did Ask For.
Oh.
If it's not at the beginning, then it's coming up next. Obviously, if you're listening to us, you found us somewhere. We are on iTunes under Why Did Ask For. We also have the blog page at whydidaskfor.blogspot.ca. You can also like our Facebook page, facebook.com/whydidaskfor, and follow us on Twitter at whydidaskfor.
Swipe right on Tinder for us.
We also
Wait,
have
wait, is our blog
Instagram
Canadian?
and Snapchat and a whole
Neopets.
bunch of other shit. Fuck Neopets. I hope that little bastard dies.
Wait,
Fuck, we
I
don't
think
like
we're on
doing stuff.
MySpace.
what, your kid?
Are we really on MySpace?
Well, we
Dude.
could be.
No, we're not
We
going
are.
Are we on Reddit?
Sounds like
I
Buzz has
think
another
so.
job to do.
Oh my
Well,
god.
We are on Reddit.
We have a
Okay.
whole bunch of
However
stuff,
you
so
found this, I'm so sorry that you're listening to this fucking disaster.
This podcast was brought to you by Neopets.
Squarespace.
Neopets. It's all of the fun without any of the responsibility.
It is also brought
Wow,
to you
it's
by
like
Pro
fatherhood.
Soccer. It is fucking boring to listen to.
It's also
Don't
it's
say
also
out
brought
loud
to
what
you by
you're-
Audible, and sign up now for one free Neopet.
oh god, don't start that.
And
Don't
if you
start offering
don't
shit
get
that we
it
can't
back,
back up.
Dan's daughter is gonna
No,
come
I'm
after you.
putting-
Dan cut it
I'm
there.
putting our
That's
dick on the
beautiful.
table. Our collective
All
dick is
right,
on the
that's
table.
it. Thanks for
Sponsor us,
joining
Audible.
us.
Dan's daughter's gonna come for you.
Sponsor us, Audible.
This chapter comes to an end now.